What if everything you've been told about building habits is not just wrong, it's actively sabotaging your transformation? Welcome to Mind Alchemy, where we challenge convention to transform your reality. While the $67 billion habit industry preaches massive willpower and perfect consistency, 2025 neuroscience reveals a shocking truth. The smallest changes create the most extraordinary results. Today, we're exposing the microhabit revolution that compounds 37 times annually. Here's what they don't tell you: 92% of people abandon their habits within the first week because conventional advice triggers your brain's resistance mechanisms. When you try to make drastic changes, your brain perceives them as threats to survival. Hour-long workouts, extensive morning routines, complex meal prep, these massive efforts activate stress responses that guarantee failure. The habit industry has built a $67 billion empire on advice that's neurologically backwards. But what if there's a completely different approach? Recent neuroplasticity research reveals that microhabits, actions taking less than 2 minutes, bypass your brain's resistance entirely. Instead of fighting against your neural wiring, microhabits work with it. A 2024 University of Pittsburgh study found that the brain uses distinct transmission sites for habit formation, creating windows of plasticity that microhabits can exploit for effortless transformation. Here's the mathematics that will shock you. Improving by just 1% each day results in being 37.8 times better after 1 year. This isn't motivation, it's exponential compounding. While massive changes create dramatic short-term results followed by inevitable crashes, microhabits create steady neural reinforcement. Each tiny action strengthens specific pathways, making the behavior more automatic and sustainable than any willpower-based approach could achieve. The most counterintuitive discovery? Environmental design eliminates up to 90% of willpower dependency. Instead of relying on discipline, microhabits leverage strategic placement and visual cues. Stretching mat next to your bed, book on your coffee maker, journal beside your music setup, these environmental triggers automate behavior without conscious effort. Your surroundings become the architect of change, not your self-control. This is habit formation without the struggle. Here's what will revolutionize your approach: strategic imperfection outperforms perfect consistency. Deliberately scheduling one skip day per week prevents burnout and removes the guilt that destroys habit streaks. This isn't failure, it's neurologically intelligent recovery that allows your brain to integrate new patterns. A 2025 study found that planned breaks increase long-term habit adherence by 340% compared to perfectionist approaches. The secret that transforms everything, linking microhabits to existing pleasures, activates your brain's reward pathways naturally. Instead of forcing discipline, connect new behaviors to activities you already love. Journaling while listening to music, reading during coffee, stretching after your favorite podcast. This passion integration creates sustainable motivation that willpower cannot match, making habits feel effortless rather than forced. Recent 2025 research reveals that microhabits create neural changes in as little as 7 to 14 days with consistent repetition. Unlike massive changes that overwhelm your prefrontal cortex, tiny actions slip under your brain's resistance radar. Each repetition strengthens specific neural pathways while avoiding the cognitive overload that triggers abandonment. This is how you literally rewire your brain for transformation without the exhaustion of traditional habit formation. Here's your practical protocol. First, choose one microhabit under 2 minutes. Second, design environmental triggers that make it automatic. Third, schedule strategic recovery every 7th day. Fourth, link it to an existing pleasure for natural motivation. This 4-step framework leverages everything we've discovered about neuroplasticity, environmental psychology, and sustainable behavior change. Start ridiculously small, build systematically, compound exponentially. Let's make this concrete. Instead of exercise for an hour, try and do 5 push-ups. Instead of read for 30 minutes, try read 1 page. Instead of meditate for 20 minutes, try and take 3 conscious breaths. These microhabits feel effortless but create powerful momentum. Often, you'll naturally extend beyond the minimum, but the low barrier ensures consistency even on difficult days. This approach transforms more than just your habits, it transforms your relationship with change itself. Each successful microhabit builds confidence, proving that transformation is possible. You stop seeing yourself as someone who can't stick to things and start experiencing yourself as someone who creates consistent, positive change. This identity shift becomes the foundation for exponential growth across every area of your life. Ready to stop choking your genius with hustle noise? Your brain doesn't need perfection, it needs consistent signals. Start today with one microhabit so small you can't say no, and watch how tiny actions compound into extraordinary transformation. For the complete personal story behind this science, listen to our podcast and join our community at mindalchemyhub.com/mindalchemy. This is Mind Alchemy, where we transform conventional wisdom into unconventional breakthroughs. Join us in challenging what everyone takes for granted.